In this video, I will provide you with a beginner-friendly introduction to PostgreSQL. Together, we'll see what exactly PostgreSQL is and learn more about its history, key features, pros, cons, use cases, and finally, examples of companies relying on this relational database. And a friendly reminder, this PostgreSQL introduction is a continuation of a top 8 databases series which you can find on my blog and YouTube channel. So, with that being said, let's start everything by learning more about PostgreSQL genesis. PostgreSQL history started in the 1980s at the University of California when Michael Stonebaker began working on a new project, which would be the successor of Ingress. The goal of this project was to address the problems plaguing the databases of that time. Initially, the project was called Postgres, highlighting that it is the successor of Ingress, which was created at the same university. But then, in 1996, the name was changed to PostgreSQL to emphasize its support for SQL. In 2007, the developer team decided to stick with the name PostgreSQL and Postgres as an alias. But back to the development topic, the project target was to introduce support for data types and relationships between them. And although the team took a lot of ideas from Ingress, the codebase was created from scratch. The PostgreSQL introduction took place in 1986 when the team released official papers describing the system. 2 years later, they performed a demo of a prototype at the ACM SIGMOD conference. The team was gradually releasing new versions with new features and changes. Nevertheless, the number of feature requests and users began to surpass them, and the project ended in 1994 and Postgres version 4.2 was released under the MIT license. As the official date of the PostgreSQL release, we take 8th of July of 1996, when Mark Fournier created the first non-university server for Postgres development. Okay, so with that behind us, let's answer the question, what is PostgreSQL? Well, it's an open source relational database management system, aka RDBMS. One of the key features of PostgreSQL is its support for a wide range of data types. Moreover, it also supports data types for special purposes like arrays, JSON, and XML. In addition to this, Postgres is also extendable and comes with a number of features like transactions, stored procedures, views, triggers, and support for complex queries that make it well suited for a wide range of applications. What's worth mentioning here as well, the Postgres license lets everyone use, modify, and distribute it entirely for free, regardless of whether do it commercially or for personal use. Okay, so now let's take a while to go through Postgres advantages. First of all, it's open source. Postgres usage is entirely free regardless of whether we use it commercially or not. Whatsoever, we can always modify and adjust it to our needs. This makes PostgreSQL a great choice for everyone who desires a high-quality DBMS at no cost. Secondly, performance. It is known for its great performance with the ability to handle large amounts of data and high levels of traffic. Thirdly, PostgreSQL is community-driven. From its very beginning, Postgres is developed by many people and companies working together to deliver a high-quality solution. Additionally, it has an active community and a lot of resources available online. And just like in previous videos and articles, in this PostgreSQL introduction, I must use this argument. Tons of materials, libraries, forums, blog posts, etc. is a great advantage, which helps us incorporate it into our projects with ease. Moreover, in case of any problems, we can easily find solutions on the internet, for example using Stack Overflow. Whatsoever, Postgres supports a wide variety of programming languages. We can write SQL queries or custom functions with C or C++. Of course, we can find probably hundreds or even thousands of libraries to write code in Java, Kotlin, and many more. Lastly, it comes with plenty of features and data type support out of the box. If you would like to learn more about its features, then I highly encourage you to visit Postgres documentation. With all of that great things being covered now, let's see Postgres drawbacks. Firstly, it's comparatively slower and it is not as well supported as MySQL when it comes to different applications or hostings. Secondly, complexity. PostgreSQL is a powerful ORDBMS, but it may require more resources and expertise to set up and manage than other database systems. Lastly, being an open source solution means that there is not a single organization or a company standing behind it, and it does not come with any warranty. As the next thing, let's see what PostgreSQL is well suited for. First of all, web-based applications. PostgreSQL, with its great support for different, even complex data types and other features, can be a great solution for content management systems, e-commerce platforms, etc. On the other hand, scientific and financial applications. Postgres is often used in apps which require processing large amounts of data, support for data analysis, and transaction support. Moreover, everywhere where we need to process spatial data. Postgres, which is an extension for PostgreSQL, adds support for geographic objects, allowing location queries to be run in SQL. Please keep in mind that these are not all possible use cases. And if you need a major relational database management system which supports various data types, complex queries, and large datasets, then PostgreSQL can be a great choice. Lastly, let's take a second to see the list of companies using PostgreSQL. As the first one, Apple. It uses Postgres to store and manage data for a number of its internal systems, including its online store and customer support systems. Whatsoever, they even replaced MySQL with Postgres as an embedded DB in the OS X Lion. And as the next one, Instagram. Yes, a giant with over 2 billion users makes use of PostgreSQL as one of the main databases for their system. Of course, the list of companies is much longer, with companies like Skype, Yahoo, Spotify, or Salesforce on it. And that's all for this video, in which we covered what exactly PostgreSQL is. Together, we walked through its genesis, advantages, disadvantages, and use cases as well. I hope you enjoyed this series about the most popular databases, and I would like to ask you to leave a comment with your thoughts or feedback if you find these materials useful.